तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाम्य दिव्यछविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। विरागविद्यानिजभक्तियोगं शिक्षाकर्तं सपुरुषं पुराण श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपा बुद्धिस्तमं प्रपन्ने। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्षे क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वन मोर टाइम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। की जय। Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We hearing some important verses spoken by Krishna, which is giving us so much hope for us and for those whose lives have become hopeless. Yeah. Many people say, I lost hope. There is no hope now. Hopeless. But inspiring words of Krishna is taking us in that journey from hopeless ends to endless hopes. That's the journey. From hopeless ends to endless hopes. The hope is not given by any ordinary person. It is given by Krishna, who is Supreme Lord. We heard yesterday, Aham Sarvasva Prabhu. I am the Lord of everyone, and everything emanates from me. One who understands this fact surely comes to me. If anyone worshipping demigods will attain the abode of demigods. If anyone worshipping demons will attain the abode of demons. And Krishna is saying, if you worship me, certainly you will come to me. He is very sure about this. Certainly you will come to me. But I am very possessive about my nature. I want 100%. And that's why those who worship me 100%, I take care of them 100%. Ye yatha mam pravadanti tam sathaiv bhajamiham. Every day we are taking some verses, important verses from Bhagavad Gita. And how significance it has, how significant it is in our life, and also how it is related to all scriptures, the essence of all scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. As we heard, Krishna is saying, when Krishna is speaking, that means he is revealing his nature, or we are understanding his nature. So he is saying, Ye yatha mam pravadanti tam sathaiv bhajamiham. You worship me in whatever degree, I will reciprocate you proportionately. You worship me 49.37.5%, and I will reciprocate you 49.37.5%. Very calculated. Ye yatha mam pravadanti. In whatever way you will surrender to me, I will reciprocate you proportionately. So he's very, very calculated. If we are worshipping him 100%, then he's giving 100% to him, to us. Other important point, if Krishna is the object of our life, which is supposed to be, then who can give us Krishna? Can Krishna himself give himself to us? No. One who has Krishna in whatever proportion can impart Krishna in our heart in that proportion. If I don't have $50, how can I give you 50 or 51? I can give you only 49 if I have only $50. So those who have Krishna 30%, 40%, 20%, they can only give Krishna accordingly. But if I have 100% Krishna, I can give you 100% Krishna. That makes some distinguish between the proportion, how much you possess Krishna. If he is the object of and only object of our love and our worship, therefore it says, Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tava pache pache. Praying to devotees. Oh devotees, Krishna is your asset. Krishna is your wealth. And only you can give us Krishna. I am beggar. I am running after you. Please give me Krishna. Who wrote this? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote this. And we sing every time, right? But what was the meditation of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur when he wrote this? Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. Good morning. There was some meditation. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was meditating on something, and therefore he wrote this. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati ache. Means praying to the devotees, Krishna is your wealth, and only you can impart Krishna. And I'm beggar, I'm running after you to get Krishna from you. So at that moment, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was meditating on one episode from Mahabharata. When Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows, totally wounded, not even on the ground, just on the arrows, shooted by Arjuna. So much wound, so much blood was emanating from those wounds, so much painful and distressed situation Bhishma Pitama was. But we also heard in Mahabharata, he got this wound that he can live his life anytime he wants. No one can stop him. That's something very special boon. He can live forever. Whenever he wants to live, he can live. So why he was suffering so much? Lying on the bed of arrows. From head to toe. Because he was waiting for Uttarayan, means Krishna. To leave body by seeing the beautiful face of Krishna. And that's why he was waiting and waiting and waiting. And finally Krishna approached. Krishna came with Pandavas. At that time, Bhishma, he saw Arjuna. And everyone's observed the glories of Arjuna, that Krishna being Supreme Lord became the driver of Arjuna's chariot. How glorious is Arjuna. And Arjuna is ordering Krishna, Keshav, take my chariot this direction. Now take this chariot this direction. And Krishna is obeying Arjuna. Not only obeying Arjuna, but serving Arjuna. When Pandavas, especially Arjuna, they sleep in night, Krishna was not sleeping. He was guarding them outside the camp. Whole night he used to sit with a sword in his hand and guarding. And not only that, he was massaging, Krishna was massaging the feet of the horses of Arjuna. His soft and lotus-like hands were holding the reins of the horses of Arjuna. Seeing these glories of Arjuna, Bhishma cannot resist. And Bhishma said, "Oh Arjuna, Krishna is your wealth. Because he loves you so much. I am beggar. I am in this state. Oh Arjuna, Krishna is your wealth. Can you give Krishna to me?" When Bhishma was praying like that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in that meditation and he wrote this. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati. Krishna is your wealth. And I'm beggar. I'm running after you to get Krishna. So again, he's very possessive about this, his nature. Krishna. Ye yatha mam pravadanti. You worship me, I will reciprocate you accordingly. Same proportion, same percentage. And we see in so many examples from Mahabharata, from Bhagavatam, but there is only one place and there is only one domain where Krishna cannot keep up this promise. What is that place? Shri Vrindavan Dham. Where Krishna cannot keep up his promise. Why? Other than Vrindavan, he is reciprocating with everyone. He reciprocated with Sudama, the poor Brahmin. He reciprocated with Draupadi. When she was in danger, she was getting disrobed in the assembly in front of her superiors. Krishna came and reciprocated with Draupadi. Because once upon a time when Krishna was holding this weapon, Chakra, his finger got cut. And Draupadi immediately, she took a piece from her sari and help Krishna with his wound. And Krishna smiled and said, Draupadi, one day I have to reciprocate with you. So Krishna reciprocated with Draupadi. Gajendra, the elephant who was drowning, about to die. But Krishna reciprocated with Gajendra, saved him, protected him. So in all these, I'm just counting few examples, but there are so many. But in all these examples, they are in a helpless situation, and Krishna came to save them. But there is a situation where Krishna is helpless and he needs someone's help. Understand? Outside Vrindavan, outside the territory of Vrindavan, Krishna is reciprocating with all his devotees, saving them, helping them, protecting them, because they are in a very distressed condition, helpless. But in Vrindavan, in this domain, in this section, Krishna is helpless and he needs help from his own associates, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And Krishna cannot keep up his promise. Where? Only in Vrindavan. Why? If I promise something, and someone who loves me also promise something, we have to see whose love is high. The love of Brajavasis is very high, more than Krishna. And that's why Krishna is helpless there. And he cannot keep up his promise. What is that promise? I will reciprocate you accordingly. He can't. Because their service, their dedication, their service or their love is more than Krishna. It's more. And then again in that Braj, in Vrindavan, there are 4 sections of devotees, associates. Ishte swarski ragam parabhisht tadbhavet tanmaya bhavet bhakti sa ragatmika uchyate. These devotees are known as ragatmika jans, means those who have spontaneous love for Krishna. It's not that they have developed or practiced that love. It is spontaneous. Just like mother has spontaneous affection and love for the child. No one has to tell or train mother. You have to love your child. Yeah? Similarly, in Vrindavan, Brajvasis, they have spontaneous love for Krishna. Nobody has told them or trained them or taught them. It's natural. And their love for Krishna is more than Krishna love for them. So there are 4 categories, categorized in 4. One is those who are servitor of Krishna, Rattak Patrak. There are many, but prominents are, they are servants of Krishna. Then there are some friends of Krishna, Sakhyas, Sridham, Subal, Madhumangal, Ujjwal, Stotha Krishna, etc. Then there is another section, those are parents of Krishna, Shri Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. Mother Yashoda and Father Nanda Maharaj. Then the topmost section is the gopis. So many gopis. And prominent among those gopis are 2, Chandravali and Radharani. But amongst these 2, the most beautiful ones, not beauty by appearance, but beauty by love. Prominent, Chandravali and Radharani. And amongst these two, Teorapi Ubhe Madhe Radhika Sarva Radhika Ma Bhav Swarupani Gunir Atir Varyasi. Amongst Chandravali and Radharani, Radharani love is more high than anyone else. Therefore, this promise of Krishna, according to Bhagavad Gita, remember the very first day I told, there's so much relation between Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is saying Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam pravarante tam sadaiv ajamyam. I worship you in the same proportion. This is promise of Krishna. Krishna never breaks his promise. You worship 1%, he will take care of you 1%. Then that's why there is no point of any enviness or jealousy. Why are you worshipping Krishna more? Or why are you feeling so happy? Because you worship Krishna more. If you also want to be blissful and happy, you start worshipping Krishna more. Because this is his promise. He will reciprocate you accordingly. But here in Vrindavan, something strange is that Krishna breaks his promise. Se pratigya bhang hoilo gopir bhajane jahate praman Shri Krishna mukh vachane. This promise of Krishna, he cannot maintain that. In the worship of his consort Braj Gopis. And what is the evidence for this? The words which came from the mouth of Krishna, the lotus lips of Krishna. And what is that? He folded his hands and asked forgiveness from Radharani. He bowed his head down and he said, Na pareham nirvatya samyajam. O Radhe, I cannot repay you. That promise I did, that was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But this is a different section. Vrindavan Dham is not a battlefield. Kurukshetra is different. The mood in Kurukshetra is different. The mood in Vrindavan is different. The mood of Kurukshetra is totally different. Because that's the battlefield. But in Vrindavan is also battlefield. But the battle of love. Battle of love. Where friends are fighting with Krishna, but in a playful manner. Not to get something or attain something from him, but to give pleasure to Krishna. You understand? This is fight of love. Where there is a competition, Krishna is trying to reciprocate with Radharani, but he can't. He failure. That's the only place where he is failure. Everywhere else he is winner. But here in Vrindavan, failure. Radharani is more superior in every respect to Krishna. So Krishna here accepts his defeat. And that is because also Radharani is Guru of Krishna. Have you ever heard this? This is actually Bhagavad Gita. There's so many details of Bhagavad Gita. The instructions of Krishna from Bhagavad Gita is for us to attain this Braj Bhav. And therefore he concluded his Bhagavad Gita by uttering this verse, Sarva Dharman Paritajye Mam Ekam Sharanam Ver Vraja. Give up all other duties, surrender unto me. Ekam, only me. Very possessive. Give up all religion, all varnashram dharma, the duties of varna and ashram. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Ekam means only me, one pointed. Surrender unto me, that's it. Surrender unto me means Krishna, what actually wanted to say? Surrender unto me in Braj, where I am captivated by the love of my Brajavasis, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. I am totally captivated by their love. I have no say there. I can't escape from there, and I don't want to escape from it. I also don't want to escape. I want to be always embraced in that love of my Brajavasis. Like a bumblebee, very powerful. It can make whole the big log of wood. But that same bumblebee, when it sits in the lotus in the evening, and the lotus closes after sunset, the bumblebee feeling incapable to even make a hole and get out of it. Bumblebee so strong can make hole in that wood, but cannot make hole in a lotus petal which is so soft and tender. Cannot make a hole. Why? But captivated with that love, the nectar, the ambrosia of that lotus. And that's the situation of Krishna. Therefore, even though in Bhagavad Gita is claiming this, I reciprocate accordingly. But in Vrindavan, failure. He accepts his defeat. Folded hands. Na pareham nirvadhu samyajam. I cannot repay you. I cannot repay you. Even if I want to, I can't. Why? Because Radharani, you are my Guru. I am known as Guru around the world. Vande Krishna Jagat Guru. I am Jagat Guru. But Krishna claims, Radhika Prem Guru, Ami Shishyana. Radharani is the Guru of my love. In other words, how to reciprocate, I learn from Radharani. So in other cases, he is going, saving devotees, protecting them, helping them. But in terms of the proportion of love, prem, Radharani is very high. Even Krishna have no access to that. But he wanted to have access. When he really wanted to have access to that prem, that love of Radharani, then there is only three ways: beg, borrow, steal. And he applied three means. He begged, he borrowed, and he stole. What? To his superior, Radharani. He begged, literally he begged. O Radhe, O Radharani, can you give me your complexion and can you give me your moods? And Radharani asked, what are you going to do with that? I want to learn the art of love, which you are principal of that university, and I am only a student. What to speak of professor? I'm only a student in that university of love, in which you are principal. Therefore, please teach me. I really want to learn this, but I cannot with my own as Krishna. I also want to become Radha. Therefore, I beg, I begging you, or if you can't give me by begging, then I borrow from you. You know, if I come to you and say, can you just lend me $5,000? Or can you donate me $5,000? Oh no, that's too much. But Rayam, I need $5,000. For what? I can't tell you. I want to cancel one tour. I want to go India, worldwide, any reason. Yeah, I need some money. No, Maharaj, is too much, I cannot give. Okay, can you borrow? Can I borrow from you? That I can think of. That I can think of, borrowing. So Krishna also borrowed from Radharani. Just for 48 years. I need your complexion and I want that mood, means that love. Can you just lend me for 48 years? That's it. I'll return you. And Radharani is so merciful, she gave her mood to Krishna. Krishna adopting the mood of Radharani. What is doing then? He is distributing that rare attainable prema. For so many sages, they meditate on that for years and years and years. So rare to attain that prema. Krishna embraced that mood of Radharani, became so merciful that he started distributing this prema to everyone in the streets. Imagine. He distributing like this to demigods, to animals, elephant, lion, bear, etc. To birds, to demigods, and even to the miscreants, even to the sinful person. He is distributing that love. Free of cost. Shadavan Janahai Bhakti Adhikari. Only by seeing little faith, not even very condensed, very little faith, he is giving qualification to everyone to attain that prema, which he promised in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam prabhadante tam sathe bhajamyo. That I will reciprocate you accordingly. But he is very calculative there. That moment Krishna adopted the mood of Radharani, now his body is Krishna, but the mood is Radharani. And with that mood, means the mood of the embodiment of love, Radharani. When he adopted that, he became so merciful, Mahavadanyai, most merciful. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributing this prema and not keeping up this rules and regulation of reciprocating accordingly. He is not maintaining or not calculating. You are qualified, you are not qualified. But Krishna, when he is speaking Bhagavad Gita, he is calculating this. You qualified, I'll give you. You not qualified, stay far. Very calculative. Sir, I am qualified. How many percent? How much percent? 25. Okay, 25 section here. 50% section there. 75% section there. 100% section not here. That is his considerations. But when same Krishna became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 530 some years back, he is not calculating that verse from Bhagavad Gita. He became so generous. Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate. He is distributing Krishna. Without any consideration, you are qualified or you are not qualified. Patra apatra vicharam na kurate nacha param vikshate. Deya diyam imakarshanam nahi nave kal pratikshna prabhu. Saddoya shavanikshnam pranamam dhyanadi durlabam. Datte bhakti ratam saivam gaur param mikati. Without consideration, you are qualified, you are not qualified. How much percentage? No. Not even considering you are mine or you are not mine. Not even consideration of any time factor. Is morning, night or evening. Without any consideration. He is giving that very rare, that Shuddha Bhakti, that pure Bhakti, and very rare attainable Krishna Prem. He is distributing like fruits. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I brought these fruits, the fruit of love, the fruit of prema to distribute. But I have so much ample supply. So much to be distributed. I alone cannot. So help me. And Mahaprabhu is asking everyone, Jare dekho tare koho Krishna upadesh. Amar agya guru haya taro idesh. To whomever you see, to whomever you meet, speak Krishna about them and distribute this prem. I have storehouse. I don't want to go back, taking all those fruits back to my abode. I just want to distribute. If anyone can pay price, well and good. If cannot, just distribute. Like sometime in our festivals, we have our Gurudev books and posters. In the end, in the last of the festival, last day of the festival, announcement is made. Any donation, any number of books, everyone just jump to the bookstall and grabbing 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I saw one person having a big carton of books, like 25 books. Because the announcement is at any price, you can collect as many books as you can and as many pictures and posters as you can. Any donation. And they keep a donation box there. A person carrying 25 books and keeping $1. Yes. 15 very beautiful paintings. Very beautiful. 15 paintings. Keeping $3. Any price. So, the person who's making this announcement on whoever behalf he's making announcement or she's making announcement, so generous. He just or she just want everyone to have access to this. At any price you have. Don't worry. Because this is going to be circulated, distributed amongst everyone. So just take. This is the mode of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I brought these fruits. What is that fruits? The love of Krishna, the prem, Krishna prem, at any cost, at any price. Just take this. I don't want to take this back. Big load. So better I just distribute. He distributed himself and also through his servants. Who are his servants? Gurudev. Yadyapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Das. Gurudev is servant of Mahaprabhu. So he is also distributing and helping Mahaprabhu in distribution. And he get more generous. Because Mahaprabhu is still thinking, where shall I go, where shall I not? I cannot go in all directions. So he employ his servants, our Gurudevs, to move in any direction, wherever you want. Not only Eastern world, but also Western world. Coming New York, distributing this. Are those hippies were qualified? to chant Hare Krishna or to get acquainted with the teachings of Krishna and Bhagavad Gita? Were they qualified? No. But this is the mercy and generosity of Srila Prabhupada. Being servant of Mahaprabhu, distributing this fruits of Krishna Prema. How? Just by chanting the mantra of this age. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Only with this. So simple. Simplify the process, which was so difficult. Simplify. Just chant Mahamantra and you can attain, which was so difficult to attain in other yugas. In Satya Yuga, Krita Yadhyatam Vishnu, Tretam Yajatam Akhe, Dwapar Paricharjyam, Kalotat Kirtana. In Satya Yuga, the only means of attaining Lord was meditation, and lifespan was 100,000 years. The Jivas in Satya Yuga, 100,000 years. And now they were getting proximity with Lord by meditating for thousands of years. Then the next Yuga, Treta Yuga. Just remove 1 0 from 100,000. How much? 10,000. I'm going to ask you tomorrow. Be attentive. In Treta Yuga, 10,000. Age is 10,000 years. And how to attain Lord in that age? Yagyas. By yagyas. And then Dwapar. Remove another 0. How much? 1,000 years. How to attain Lord in that Yuga?
Kirtan.
No. I'll punish you. Archan. And then came Kali Yuga. Remove another 0 from 1,000. How much? 100 years. Kalotat Kirtanar. So simple. So simple. Chant and be happy. Just chant and be happy. Chant what? iPhone 12, iPhone 13, iPhone 14, iPhone 15. You're not phone, iPhone.
Yeah.
Iti Shodashka Namnam Kali Kalmash Nashanam. The Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mahamantra of this age. Mahamantra. Not only mantra. Mahamantra. And then this instruction of Bhagavad Gita means this promise of Krishna. We are not overruling that, and we can't, and we are not supposed to. But what Krishna is saying there, you can attain me 100%. I will reciprocate you. Sorry, you worship me 100%. I will reciprocate you 100% only by this means. Krishna has to come again as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Mahaprabhu? Krishna himself. And for what reason he has to come again? To show to the entire world how one can attain me, attain Krishna. Krishna himself is showing how you can attain me. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna, and he came to give us, to personally practicing and preaching to us how to imbibe the moods of Bhagavad Gita in your life. And this is the instruction Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. Prabhu Agya Bhai Mage Bikha Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna. Bolo Krishna, chant the name of Krishna. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, and follow the instruction of Krishna means Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, it's very important to read Bhagavad Gita every day. Otherwise, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he gave one example. If we buy Bhagavad Gita, he gave a very beautiful example. Once upon a time, one person, he bought Bhagavad Gita. And he just want to show off to everyone. I want to read Bhagavad Gita. This is called Gita ka Sansar. He want to show off, I want to read Bhagavad Gita. So he kept Bhagavad Gita in his temple. In his temple. And he said, I want to read Bhagavad Gita. I don't want anyone to disturb me. So he's knocking doors, his neighbors, calling his friends, hey, no one is supposed to disturb me, okay? I'm going to read Bhagavad Gita. And they say, no, we are not even bothered. We are not bothering you for anything. No, I want to read Bhagavad Gita, okay? Don't call me. So better you keep your phone silent. No, but anyway. So meanwhile, he was informing everyone he saw a mouse jumping on Bhagavad Gita and eating Bhagavad Gita. He said, oh my God, terrible. If my mouse will eat Bhagavad Gita, how am I going to read Bhagavad Gita? It will destroy my Gita. What shall I do? Better I should bring one cat at home. So he purchased one cat. Why? To save his Bhagavad Gita. Very nice, big, fat, black cat. To save Bhagavad Gita from?
Rat. From rat.
From rat. Now, cat is protecting Bhagavad Gita, but cat feel hungry.
Meow.
Means needs some milk. Then he's thinking, oh yeah, I have to supply some milk to cat. What shall I do? He purchased one cow. Cow will give milk, cat will drink milk, and save rat from destroying my Gita, because I have to read Gita. Now cow needs so much attention. He's thinking, if I milk cow, I take care of cow, where is the time to read Bhagavad Gita? So he hired one person, a milkman, who can take care of cow. He's taking care of cow, milking cow, etc. Cat is drinking milk and saving Bhagavad Gita from rat. But the milkman says, sir, I'm hungry. What about food? Oh yeah, if I cook for you, then there is no time to read Bhagavad Gita. So he again hired one cook to go market, bring things, cook and feed the milkman. So many days passed. He just got so busy in hiring people, because they also need salary, then he has to go out to work. But he's not able to read Bhagavad Gita. This is called Gita ka Samsar. If from very first day he would have been engaged in reading Bhagavad Gita, then this samsara is not required. But just saying, I will read Bhagavad Gita, I will read Bhagavad Gita, I will read Bhagavad Gita, but not reading Bhagavad Gita and doing all other things on the name of reading Bhagavad Gita. Better you should start reading Bhagavad Gita. The answers to all questions. Ekam Shastram Devki Putra Gitam means Sri Bhagavad Gita. Everything is present in Bhagavad Gita. The instructions of Krishna, the promises of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is what? The promises of Krishna. Which gives us so much hope. And not only hope, endless hopes. Don't worry. How much time I have? 7:47. 7:47. 50 more minutes. Krishna explains, not everyone can worship me or can come to me. There's some reservations. So he's saying, Chatur vida bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna art jigyasu artharthi gyani cha bharasava. Oh Arjun, 4 kind of person approach me, provided if they have some sukritis. You understand sukritis? No? Spiritual piety. Not ordinary. Oh, helping a poor person, helping a beggar in the street. These are some pious activities, but it's nothing to do with spirituality. Helping a poor person, a beggar, etc. This is pious activity, but it's not spiritual activity. Spiritual activity is when Krishna is involved in any of those activities. If we subtract Krishna, then it is not spiritual. If we add Krishna, it becomes spiritual. Spiritual piety. Chaturvida bhajante mam. 4 classes of person, section of people approach me or come to me. Who are those 4? One who is in distress, art. Other is jigyasu, one who is inquisitive. Third, artharthi, materially motivated, who needs some benefit, some wealth, etc. Big house, big car, etc. And jnani, learn it. These 4 sections, they only come to me. Otherwise, they just go here and there. They don't approach me. They approach some Baba, some mystic yogi, or they just go here and there to other demigods, etc. But they don't come to me. Who are demigods? Krishna showed in his universal form, they all manifest from me. I have assigned them some particular task, and they're working under my jurisdiction, my supervision. Even demigods have no access to Krishna. When they have some problems from demons, do they go directly to Krishna for help? They can't even see them. They can't even see Krishna. They approach Brahmaji. And even Brahma has no access to Krishna. If you read Bhagavatam, if you read Ramayana, then you understand. Brahma goes to the Shir Sagar, the shore, and he just prayed. In his meditation, he prayed to Krishna, to Vishnu, please help me. All demigods is approaching me for help. And Vishnu gave answer in his heart, in his meditation, in his trance. Don't worry, I'm going to help everyone. I'm going to come soon. That's it. But can they see Krishna all the time? Not possible. No access. Why? Because they are in a mode of goodness. To have access with Krishna, to have proximity with Krishna, to love Krishna, one has to transgress these 3 modes of nature. In Nirgun state, beyond 3 modes of nature, material nature. In Nirgun state. So Krishna is saying, Chaturvida bhajante mam. Janaha sukritin varjana. Hey Arjun, these four sections of one who's in distress, if someone is distressed, we all are, then we go to Pandits, astrologers. Can you help me with something? What kind of ring, or stone, or locket, or kavacha? Not going direct to Krishna for help. Because no spiritual piety. Approach other person. They don't approach Krishna. Krishna himself is saying this. I'm not saying this. Don't take personal, it's not me. It's Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying this. In a distress situation, very few comes to me, Krishna says. Very few. Because they have spiritual piety, sukriti. An example is Gajendra, the elephant from Srimad Bhagavatam. What can be more distress situation? A person is dying. Other things can be taken care of. But if someone is dying, imagine. And a doctor who's operating, suppose if I'm dying and doctor is operating my brain or heart, and I would say, can you save my life? I can sell everything, can give you $2 million. Can you extend my life for just 10 minutes? What do you want to do in 10 minutes? Something. I will live another 10 more minutes. I will see my family. I have to do some important calls, some dues, etc. Can doctor extend his life for 10 minutes? Receiving $2 million or whatever amount? Not possible. What can be more miserable situation than this? Distress situation than when a person is dying. Bhagavatam explains Gajendra, elephant, who was dying. And he was pulled by alligator. Gajendra, the king of all elephants, lost his potency, his strength, because there was a fight between that alligator and elephant for thousands of years. His wives left him. His children left him. Now he's alone. Because they also became weak. How long they can help? They also need to eat and sleep. So bottom line is, everyone is alone. Even though we have relations, we are together, but actually we are alone. And how long we can help each other? If I losing all my strength and energy, how can I help you? One example. Suppose we are on airplane. Suppose this is airplane. And pilots say, I cannot save. There's a fire in the engine. The plane is going to finish, crash. And they open the doors. If anyone want to run and escape and jump, at your personal risk. But we are going to finish now. So when we are jumping out from the plane, to whom are you going to say first? Imagine that situation. So put on your mask first and help others. This is what they tell us. First put your oxygen mask and then help others. End of the day, we all are alone. In that distress situation, Gajendra was. When his wives were helping him, his children were helping him, But alligator was so powerful, was taking in waters. He was drowning. When he felt alone, there's no one to help me. Then, Lord, you can help me. He always helped me. Gajendra was devotee from his previous life. He was King Indradyumna who got cursed by sage Agastya. Because he was the king, Indradyumna was worshipping his deity Shaligram. You know Shaligram? Once upon a time I was giving lecture, I was saying Shaligram, and there was one boy from university, he said, MoneyGram? I said, no, it's Shaligram. I said, which app is that? You know, we worship Shaligram, right? So King Indradyumna was worshipping Shaligram, and he saw sage Agastya was coming. Even though he saw, he didn't give attention, and he was fully engaged in worshipping his deity. Nothing wrong in that, but yes, transgressing etiquette. If Gurudev is coming, is approaching you, we are supposed to give up all other activities, even the worship of Lord, to honor him. If we don't, the consequences are there. So Agastya Rishi, the sage Agastya, he saw, oh, Indradyumna, you saw I'm coming. You didn't stood up in honor. And you're sitting like an elephant. I curse you. You become elephant. Even when seeing me, you're not giving honor to me. This is called Niyam Agraha. Sri Rupa Goswami Pad explained, Niyam Agraha means neglecting rules and regulations and too much adherence to rules and regulations. Both are detrimental to bhakti. Too much adherence to rules and regulations. King Indradyumna was thinking, if I am worshipping my Lord, there is no need to give respect to anyone else. Lord is Lord, He is supreme. Therefore, that category is known as preliminary devotee, Kanishta Adhikari. Archam eva hare, puja eva shraddhanvate, na tad bhakteshu chandeshu, sabhakt prakrita sammata. Sri Rupa Goswami Pad is saying, one who only considered serving deities as everything, but not giving any honor, respect or love to the devotees, that person is Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta means? Neophyte stage. Yes. So neophyte stage. Giving more importance to serving deities, but less importance to devotees. But when we get more advanced in spiritual life, we see the importance of devotees over serving or worshipping the Lord. Yes. It looks a little strange, right? But this is neophyte stage, this is beginner stage. More importance to deities and less importance to Vaishnavas. More we develop this maturity of bhakti, then we understand how much importance of Guru and Vaishnavas in our life over serving deities. It's not that we are neglecting deities, no. The message is not like that. But if there is choice, the serving devotees is a priority. Because only they can teach and train us how to serve deities. What they like, what they dislike. Okay? When we are doing any offering to deity, they are not going to speak to us. They are not going to say, less salt, more salt, this hot, this cold. It's not properly arranged. They are just quiet. Because they have taken a promise. We will not speak. But it's very difficult to serve Vaishnavas. Because they speak. Why this has so much salt? Don't you know how to cook? Why it is so much chilies? What is this? What is that? It's burnt. That hurts our ego then. No, they are teaching and training us how you can properly serve Krishna, because there he is not speaking. So Gurudev and Vaishnava, they speak. So neglecting rules and regulations and too much attached to rules and regulations, both are detrimental to bhakti. This is a lesson from this episode. Agast Rishi immediately cursed Gajendra. May you become elephant. So he became elephant. And Gaj means elephant, Indra means the king of all elephants, elephant community. Imagine how many wives he had. How many wives he had, how many children he had, but all failure when he was drowning in that pond. And there is no one to help him. And finally he approached in that distress situation. With his trunk he took a lotus flower and offered to Lord, please help me. Imagine, Krishna was about to take a rest. Sleep is also. Eating is also enjoying. Sleep is also enjoying. Krishna, he gave up his enjoyment. And he ordered his carrier, Garuda, come, Garuda, come. Immediately take me to Gajendra. Garuda said, Prabhu, my back is very rough. Let me put some cushion to make you comfortable. And Krishna said, you worried about my comfort, my devotee is dying there. I have no time. Don't think about my comfort, my devotee. So while they're having conversation, it was just a fraction of a second. Not even fraction. Nimesh means 1/11th part of a second. Immediately Krishna appeared there to help his devotee Gajendra. Immediately. Like how much time it takes to chant Hari? Hari. 1 minute? Just 1 second, right? Hari. When Gajendra said Ha, with a mood to invoke or in seeking protection from his Lord, Krishna immediately understood he is calling me. So he said Ha, and Krishna, when he came to help Gajendra, Re. Imagine in that short span of time, Krishna came and he took his chakra and chopped off the head of that alligator to save his devotee Gajendra, because he was almost in water, just his trunk, and he offered this lotus to the Lord. While he was cutting the head of alligator said, Prabhu, wait a minute, let me ask a question to you. To whom you bless first? Your devotees or those who catch hold the lotus feet of your devotees? Sharp question, huh? To whom you going to bless? To your devotees or those who catch hold the feet of your devotees? Krishna said, it's so easy. I bless those who catch the feet of my devotees. First to them and then to my devotees. He said, then what wrong I'm doing? I'm just holding the feet of your devotee and you're killing me. Krishna said, oh, if this is called the catching hold of the feet of devotee, you're killing my devotee. That means your mood is unfavorable, not anukulena Krishna nushivanam. It has to be in a favorable mood serving Krishna, not unfavorable mood. Your mood is unfavorable, even though you're catching hold the feet of devotee, but intention is to kill him, not to serve him. So I'm looking for your intentions, because intent is more important than actions. In bhakti, in devotion, life, intention. The intent of a devotee is more important than his action. For instance, can we even think, even in dream, to kick on the chest of the Lord? Can we even think of this? And what to speak of someone kicking on the chest of the Lord? What are we going to do to that person? We'll kill him. How dare you can even say this? You stupid! But Bhrigu, he entered in the bedroom of Vishnu when Lakshmi was massaging him without knocking the bedroom. Entered it and just without saying anything or even respecting the Lord, he just came and kicked on the chest of Vishnu. But no offense. Why? Because the intent of Bhrigu was not to actually offend the Lord or kick him, but to show to the entire world how humble is my Lord is. And moment Bhrigu kicked on the chest of Lord, immediately Vishnu caught his feet. Oh Bhrigu, my chest is too hard, more than a stone. Your feet is so soft. Let me massage your feet. You might have got hurt. Let me massage your feet. And Bhrigu started crying. How tolerant is my Lord? Everyone came to know this. So intent was very important there. So Arth, Gajendra was dying and Krishna came to save Gajendra. And to whom Gajendra approached for protection? Not any astrologer. Otherwise, if you are running for astrologer, where is your faith and where is your dedication? Where is your anandata, one-pointedness? And where is the sharanagati? Approaching astrologer for some rings, some benefits. That's what Krishna is very possessive. He needs 100%. It's very possessive. That's why our Gurudev always used to very angry and upset to those devotees. Outside world is doing, that's their business. You don't trust Krishna. And whatever is in your fate, you will get it. Why we are spoiling our devotion on this point of, on this cost of approaching here and there for protection or just to know? Sir, what is my future? Your future is in dark. Approaching astrologers, can you tell my future? Yes, you're going to die. That's true. There was a person very fond of, no, I'm not against astrology, but my topic is Bhagavad Gita. And the topic in that verse, which we took this today, Krishna said, I reciprocate accordingly. And Krishna is very much possessive about his love, about his devotion. And these are the verses. So I'm just repeating the words of Krishna. I'm also trying to understand. I'm not realized. But I'm just repeating what Krishna wanted to say. For myself also. I'm not instructing anyone. It's just for myself. Those who have Sukritis, they approach me. Otherwise they don't approach me, they just go here and there. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Janaha Sukritano Arjuna. Gurudev never used to like this. I personally, I'm the witness. Why are you wearing those rings? Why are you wearing those watches? And same Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Both of them I saw. Where is your faith in Krishna? Where is the faith in the words of Krishna? Don't you believe? Gurudev was so angry. He used to be. Whatever in your fate will come on your way. Tolerate this. And believe in the words of sadhus. Chant Mahamantra and it can change your fate. Like my Guru Maharaj, prior to his birth, his mother gave birth to 4 or 5 children, 4 children, sorry. But they all died immediately after birth. When my Guru Maharaj took birth, the astrologer said, oh, he also going to die soon. He will not survive. Better than other children. Maybe 2-3 years. And how long Guru Maharaj survived? 102 years. Therefore there is a verse in Chaitanya Bhagavad. Guru Maharaj used to recite and Gurudev used to recite. Vidhi Bhagavan. Yadi Krishna Bhakti hai Bhagavan. Yadi Krishna Bhakti hai Bhagavan. If bhakti, if devotion is strong, then even the will of providence can be changed. Can change any situation. So instead of focusing on other means, we can struggle more and more and focus on our bhakti. Bhakti means our love for our worshipable. And that's Krishna. What is that which Mahamantra cannot do? And those, the jewels, those stones can do. We are minimizing the quality, we are minimizing the importance of Mahamantra over those stones. So, Ananyas Chintamam. Je jana paripasya. Tesham nitya bhuktanam yokshem vahamya. One point in this. So Gajendra, in that distress, the example mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, he offered the flower to Lord and he came to protect Gajendra. Art. Then Jigyasu. The example of Jigyasu, the 4 rishis. The Shaunakadi rishis who approached Sut Goswami and he heard Srimad Bhagavatam from him. And Artharthi, materially motivated, seeking wealth, Dhruv Maharaj from Bhagavatam. There is no enough time. There is no time, so I could have elaborated on this. And then Jigyasu, Jnani, the 4 Kumaras. This is how Srimad Bhagavad Gita is related to Srimad Bhagavatam. The words of Krishna exemplified in Srimad Bhagavatam. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. And tomorrow is very, very auspicious and very special day. Mokshda Ekadashi. Anyone who observes this Ekadashi with so much love and affection, not out of a formality or a duty bound, or just saying, oh, I have to do this. Terrible. It comes every 15 days. Not like that, but with love. Because Ekadashi means Madhav Tithi, the day of Krishna. And Krishna resides on this day. And if we want to have proximity with Krishna and attention of Krishna, we need to observe this Ekadashi. Very, very special Ekadashi. Mokshada, which provides us moksha. Moksha means mukti. Do we need mukti or not? Huh? Why not? What is the meaning of mukti? Mukti means liberation, freedom from bondage. But Bhagavatam first canto explains the ideal definition of mukti. Muktir hitva anyatha swa surupena avastiti. To get established in one's spiritual form and serve to Krishna and that with that spiritual form is the meaning and the definition of mukti. So the day, tomorrow, moksha ekadashi, to get moksha, mukti means to get established in that spiritual form, means the perfection, all the way from adashraddha, sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya and asakti bhav prem. That is mukti. And moksha means liberation from my sins, from my anarthas. So with so much due respect, we can observe this Ekadashi tomorrow to reside with Krishna, chant more and more. Here we're going to have class tomorrow.
Also is Gita Jayanti.
Also Gita Jayanti. The advent of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita on the day of Ekadashi. Imagine how important it is. At Kurukshetra. Tomorrow is the advent of Bhagavad Gita. Please read Bhagavad Gita as much as you can, even if it is one chapter. And the important chapter is 12. Bhakti Yoga. Every chapter is important, but Bhakti Yoga. Try to read this chapter tomorrow. If you can't recite Sanskrit, don't worry. Just read the translation to give respect to Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. One can sing.
So we don't have the program here tomorrow. Maharaj.
Please announce. May not.
Yeah, you can announce it.
So, Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we'll be having the program at my home. That's in Rosedale. For those who need the address for the like for the temple who don't have it, you can contact maybe Mataji Radhika Roshini, and she can give you the address. All right. For those who don't know.
Timings.
Timing same time like tonight, 6:30 to 9.
Followed by Prashad.
Followed by Prashad. Ekadashi Prashadam. For those who don't know, Ekadashi Prashadam meaning no grains, no rice, no dal, no chickpeas, no bread, no flour. Okay? No grains.
These are no, but what is yes?
Yes, you can take fruits, you can take milk, pure milk, you can take provision like cassava, potato, plantain,
Yes.
nuts, you can take peanuts, you can take oil. Don't use these, use only coconut oil because the other oils have corn inside, so you don't use it. Yes, better than that is if you can observe nirjala, means don't eat, no drink anything.
Oh, that's thunderbolt.
But if you want to eat, you can eat maybe once or accordingly to your health.
Yes. All provisions are there. Important is to chant more and more, to hear about Krishna, to worship Krishna, chant the name of Krishna, and tomorrow, of course, reading Bhagavad Gita, even if it is one chapter.
Minimum 16 hours.
Chalo.
Oh, Prakash. Vedanga wala.
Prakash Prabhu, very nice.
मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले ओ मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले
मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले
मेरी सांस सांस में तेरा
मेरी सांस सांस में तेरा
है नाम मुरली वाले चरणों से
जीवन बन के बिहार राजा।
सुन ले पुकार कान्हा बस एक बार आजा।
सुन ले पुकार कान्हा बस एक बार आजा। सुन ले पुकार कान्हा बस एक बार। हाँ बेचैन मन के तुमने
आराम मिलने वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा ले। मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले
मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
तुम हो दया के सागर जन्मों में हो प्यासी।
तुम हो दया के सागर जन्मों की मैं हूँ प्यासी।
हे दुर्गा मुझे
दे दो जगह मुझे भी चरणों में बस जगह दी।
दे दो जगह मुझे चरणों में बस जगह।
ओ दे दो जगह मुझे भी चरणों में बस जगह दी। सुबह तुम यूं मेरी
मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा ले। मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले
मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मेरे साथ साथ में तेरा
मेरी सांस सांस में तेरा
हे राम मुरली वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल Jai
निताई गौर पेमान